where we are going to start is we are going to start at Liana gently holding Valenthian's unconscious head in her lap.
Oh, I thought you were going to say corpse.
You came pretty darn close.
Speaking of, though, as much as I appreciate it, Beth, one, I was passed out, so I couldn't accept or reject. Two, you didn't touch me, so I'm glad you didn't.
Touch me, baby. Okay, sorry. Intrusive thoughts.
That's right, that one is a touch spell.
Yep.
Yes.
So the air that was really musty is a little less musty.
Stkx and Zaz decided to leave the musty smelling area.
So, with relative ease, I wouldn't even say relative ease, with a lot of ease, Leon's going to pick up Valencia and like she wouldn't be able to. So she's going to come here. She's going to carry Valenthian over and wait for him to come to, and that would be when y'all will do your flying, all that. That's what I'm going to say. So, Stkx, roll me a religion.
Okay. This will go fun.
Ooh, you're not going to make him roll a D100?
Dirty 20. 18 plus 2.
Nice.
Cool. Let me see what you said, because I can't remember what you said. Let me see. I see it.
I think Stkx might have gotten the context of what Zaz was saying slightly off, though.
That's fine. Because I think that would be how Stkx interpreted it.
Yep. That's why I wrote it.
If Zaz had wanted to change it, he would have corrected Stkx. So,
True. Can always ask again.
Stkx, what you're going to get is an exasperated, responsive. It hasn't been used in a while, but nope, I read that wrong. It'll still be exasperated, responsive. It's a necromancer doing necromancy things. It's not that big a deal. Necromancy, while frowned upon, isn't, and while uncommon and rather frowned upon, it isn't deemed evil in itself. So,
Okay. Zaz?
mm-hmm.
She didn't really seem to care. She said,
All right, then I
Malprovis is
guess
going to
he,
do Malprovis things.
Okay, he gets to live for now then.
Well, yes, sadly. You don't like him.
If he does anything else odd, that might change.
I have a feeling it will.
If he gets in our way, that will change.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But that's normal.
and I will say,
I appreciate it much, Your Holiness, Stkx.
No, don't call me that. Nope, 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 don't like that.
And then he just starts laughing.
Nope.
now Stkx, let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
did you do anything to try to contact her? Like, what'd you do?
All I did was hold the holy symbol and speak out loud, because that's all I ever
Okay.
do. I assume she's listening.
I just want to make sure.
Yep. Nope. There's nothing I can really do other than that. With no temple, I can't really sit down and pray. Holy symbol's my only way to her, because she gave it to me. Yep.
Cool.
Oh, don't forget to remove your conditions for the Heroes Feast.
Yeah, I had.
It hasn't been.
down.
It hasn't been 24 hours yet.
No, we did that in the morning or late at night. Can't remember.
So technically, you can still keep them up.
Yeah.
Because we are not 24 hours.
I do need a bath though, because I died again.
Tonight
Or
will
was that
be
the first time? I think that's the first time she's gone down.
Cast prestidigitation on you a few times, knocks all the dust off.
And the fur
Makes you smell like flowers. What's your favorite flower?
Lavender.
You smell like lavender.
Yay.
And I'm going to say that Krix and Ren are having their conversation at the same time. You two are hanging out.
Perfect.
And that's inside RP, so we can, I think, leave that there. And
What if I had more to say?
what do you have more to say?
I don't think I have more to say.
But just in case.
Yeah, I would like the option.
Mhm.
You had 2 weeks to type it in chat.
I've been typing in chat, as you can see,
Yeah,
all 2 weeks. So
Krix has hit her level of sharing for the moment.
yeah,
So-
Rin as well. But she just really wanted to impress. After they had their little convo earlier, she wanted to share concerns about him being, like I typed out, being brought to her, and then also I don't want him alive. I don't know, I don't know. I don't deal in matters of this. I don't know. I would rather chop his head off, but I'm concerned about that mark. Is it? I don't know anybody else that would know. Do you?
No, I really don't know much about it since I wasn't here previously. All I know is that what Zaz did just gave us more time to decide.
Well, previously he was, according to me, a dead guy anyway for the things that he had done from the moment I met him, and then later on when I found out other things that he had done, as I said. But this mark, if it continues if we were to make him alive, I don't want that.
Well, I mean,
at all.
The mark was from the dragon?
But I don't know what it means.
Well, with the dragon dead, I would think the mark would not have power
I
anymore.
don't know.
But it could be like we discussed,
Some sort
maybe
of
his
curse.
own-
I mean,
how his faith, I don't know.
he was an awful excuse for being before. He became even worse, and then even worse. I don't know.
Alaric's around here somewhere, right? Why don't we ask him?
I haven't seen him yet, but when I do, that was my intention. So I don't want him being alive, right now.
I think we have a few days.
I also don't want to stay here for a few days, but third world problems, I suppose.
You didn't say it was going to take a few days to go through all the loot and everything?
This is only my second
I
world.
was gonna say, if you want to go to a third world, we got an amulet that can get us there.
Yeah, like I said, mainly I wanted y'all to have it hashed out on what you're taking, and then it's going to, at some point, it's going to be, hey, because I'm not doing a whole RP of like, hey, this looks nice. Hey, that looks nice. It's going to be, this is the stuff y'all picked out. There you go.
Would Zaz recognize the Amulet of the Plains if I roll an Arcana or something like that? I might put it in the bag of holding and save it for later to study or whatever, but
We do technically have Tom with us in the room.
Mm-hmm.
we do. But I don't know if he would recognize it.
Tom stepped out of the cave.
Okay.
I remember
he's-
this.
He stepped
Okay.
out real fast.
Tom
Okay.
walked off into the sunset.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes, when everybody was biting hearts, and
Okay,
I spit
cool.
mine out, he walked out.
Beautiful.
And that would be the end of that conversation. I think both of them are shared out, and I think we would go back to doing what we were doing. She would be looking at her arrows. I would be grinding an axe and staring at the burnt dead body, and that's it, pretty much.
I rolled a completely average roll for my Arcana and got a 19.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, when you get it, or y'all peruse through everything,
I do have Identify
You'll-
as well, so
it catches your eye at some point.
yeah, I would definitely take it and either
It'll be
hold
fine.
it and put it in my backpack or my pocket, or put it in the bag of holding, something we could come back to and I could study to maybe give me
Yeah.
insights on how to get to maybe planes this doesn't connect to.
So when we get to that point of y'all actually received your gear and you want to do identify and stuff like that, we'll RP that out.
Okay.
So, Valenthian, after a few minutes, will, I think, maybe regain consciousness, unless you want to make a con save and see if you regain consciousness.
I like that better.
That's a nice concept.
Shit be delayed. What the hell was the roll? It
24.
didn't roll on my screen.
24.
Cool.
Yeah, you regain consciousness.
Oh, stop being so loud over there. So dramatic.
Loud one. Do you want any healing?
No. Leave me
I
alone.
told you.
Okay.
I told you.
Have fun.
I mean, what a meathead.
Well, good morning.
What happened?
Yeah, so that, I think, just took a lot out of
You cut out at the very end of your sentence.
I think that took a lot out of you.
Oh, I heard that.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna really suck for a few days. And I'll finally look down at my chest.
And you're gonna see. Well, you describe it, but remember, it's just going to be a burn. Describe it how
I
you
was
told
gonna
me.
let
And,
you just-
well, you're the one with the picture.
If
So-
anyone else happens to look and not notice and pay attention, they would see what looks like a dark purple ink blot, but it's in the shape of Leanna's hand.
Oh, cool.
Because I know what your end result is, so I want it to be something close to that. But yeah,
This seems different than last time.
It hurts different than last time, too.
It was stupid just like last time.
That's yet to be seen, but other than the fact I almost died.
That's fairly normal for the two of us to almost die. So I
Right.
chalk it up to a regular day.
Why is it purple? And why not red?
I point at her.
Well, I mean,
it'll have that purplish tint, but it's still like this is a brand, basically. Instead of it looking like an acid burn, it's a brand this time because it's going to be that gaping open wound.
this time she'll actually turn to Liana. Are you marking your territory or horde now?
Okay. First off, not my horde. I don't do hordes. This isn't that. Secondly, he was already mine.
Fair enough. And Liana will hear Krix chuckling. And just so it's clear, because Rin and I had a conversation. Krix has somehow found a way to, like, it sounds like somebody speaking in their language with the right kind of accent. You know what I mean? A true accent of their language.
That's
so
fun.
when Krix is talking to Rin, it's coming Russian.
It was very funny, and it sounds just like me.
That's
When
fun.
she's talking to Valenthian, it's coming out kind of Scottish,
Nice.
kind of thing. So it would sound like a familiar kind of voice instead of just a stranger's voice. Does
That's
that make
fun.
sense?
Yeah,
It is.
I like that.
So
It is actually quite comforting.
it's
Renee
something she does, to make herself less off-putting.
It works for her. I like
She-
it.
But so but yeah, she would sort of chuckle and leave it at that.
And so Leona's gonna look at you, Val, and say, "So are we heading home now?"
Don't know what Alaric's plan is at this point. I don't know if we're gonna be here for a couple days or when we're heading back to Sanctuary.
Sanctuary, right?
Yes, Rin shakes her head because she can hear it, but she's not. I'm just like, what a meathead.
Krix is gonna make meaningful eye contact with Rin
Yeah.
and just shake her head.
I'm so happy you played it. That
She would interject, but she's made a vow to not talk to her. But she's like, "Ah, what an idiot." He's an idiot.
then
Because this is all happening while Zaz and Styx are outside still,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
I
Idiot.
sped up the process by using fly, and it lasts for an hour.
Yep. Flies a good hour.
10 minutes.
Oh,
So
I'm thinking
the question is,
I
are
have
you
an
close
idea.
enough
Let the
to hear
NPC
Krix?
talk.
levitate.
So I guess I can drop you off there.
Are you not going to be staying? You said you were going to be with me from now on and you were okay being in the form you are now.
I didn't think that meant staying there.
Well, unless you have a way to teleport me at a moment's notice, I gotta be available to see these missions through. There's still so much to be done.
Damn good rules. Okay. Well, I don't know that I want to stay there. I thought it was going to be you and me. I thought we were going to get married, like you said.
And we're going to. We never discussed where we were going to live or where we were going to end up. But I've made a commitment to all of them. There's lots that needs done still. But we will get married in the meantime.
And your family?
I have some thoughts on that. But we're going to have to get back to Sanctuary and have a talk with Alaric.
Okay. I guess I can put up with it for a few days.
If I know Alaric, he probably has somewhere there where you'll feel more at home than being in just a regular building.
Okay, well, we can talk to him, I guess.
I appreciate your patience.
Yeah.
Can you clarify? Did Alaric venture here, or is he at Sanctuary?
So Lark was outside.
Okay, good. I'm waiting for that old man to walk through.
Yeah. I wanted to get y'all's finished out before bringing
No,
in.
you're good. I just wanted clarification because then I
tons
got
of
confused
things.
where he was. You're good. Sorry. Carry on.
So do Zaz and Stkx just kind of see Alaric on the way in and just walk in with him? Was he planning on coming in?
I mean, he would. I would say yes. I would say yes, considering the role. So Valentin, she agrees that she'll take you to Sanctuary and stay a few days.
After we're done here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, before you're done here.
When she decides you're done here.
So, excuse me, God. Stkx, Zaz, pretty much you're going to come back to the mouth of the cave. About the time Alaric has walked in, he will be very far in front of you, and that's when you're able to spot him. As he's
Sorry about the plants. That was me. I was trying to make someone angry.
It will be okay.
I used plant growth, so we're using 5 feet of movement to move 1 foot the entire front of the cave. It's a slow walk in.
It'll be okay. I'm sure he can manage. No, it's fine. So you all did a lot better than I expected. I had confidence in you, but I wasn't that confident.
Please say he's saying this not in earshot of Rin, that he's still at the mouth of the cave somewhere.
Yeah,
Thank God.
they're walking in.
Okay, just checking. Dodge a bullet, AJ. Dodge a bullet.
Rude.
Zaz kind of responds to that, being like, "Well, you entrusted us with this, so
I did, and you exceeded my expectations."
good to know."
Tom, on his way out, said that there are the only actual casualty is Orion. So,
And two other weird things that were with him. I'm not too sure what they are.
There were some constructs that were there.
Those things, yes.
But they weren't alive. They were just machines with magic.
But yes, we did good. There's lots of stuff in here, too. A lot of stuff. And Orion is burnt to a nice crisp. I think I can do something about that, but I don't know if I should.
We should examine the body before we make any decisions.
Yes. And then take a bath.
I already cleaned you up. Do you need another bath?
Yes. But that's for a different reason.
Okay.
Yeah. You ever have that feeling of just the ick inside? You need to wash it off? You need to wash that off. How did everyone else do outside of Lark? Casualties? Did we lose anyone?
we lost, and I had a D20 roll for that. Not D20, I had a D100. But I don't know where it is. Hey, bad. It ain't great. It ain't bad. So we took a kind of sizable hit. Still better than expected, but between us and Goliath,
Were they actually useful?
yeah, they were. Goliath was on the other end of the mountain.
Okay.
They ran into things there.
Okay.
But between the two of us, we had a 40% casualty rate, which isn't great, but it could have been a lot worse.
Too bad Malpravis wasn't one of them.
The
I know,
fear,
right?
The fear of a Sharangar breaking through the mountain. 1 second.
Yep. I heard the kids too. Don't worry.
The fear of a Sharangar breaking through the mountain. Like I said, it was unfounded, but it would have been a lot higher casualty rating than what we had. So
You probably just missed him because he just left.
no, we spoke. He's agreed to a smaller portion of the loot than usual. So
Yeah, he took what he wanted. That's okay. Let's go see the rest. Come on in.
after you, and they're all gonna walk in, holding hands and singing "Kumbaya." Let's see. Let me move y'all over to the cave just so we can.
Well, I don't even have it open.
I mean, it honestly doesn't matter.
Yep.
It's more just so that way there's that visual representation.
Yep.
Minus the moving dragon.
Speaking of,
It might be twitching a little still.
I need to delete him because I think part of it is me doing this
Animated
anime
stuff?
bullshit.
Yep. Highly possible.
Yeah, I was trying to move yours, and I was like, I can't control that, but she would be right there. Beth, thank you.
That's fun.
So I would say that that's the corner there. If I remember right, I thought you two were over near the opening, but maybe not. I can't remember.
I think I'd be more over like here because
Where
this
the
is
body
where we
was?
dropped them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That works. So, assets, my library, characters. It doesn't matter. Why am I even large?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry, didn't see you there.
Huge.
You got
There you
big. You got real big.
Okay. So that way there's just a little bit of representation. So, after leaving you two, Alaric would go and talk to the next closest ones, which will be Ren and Krix.
Old man. You are alive.
So are you. Rather surprising.
Honestly, you're not wrong.
And I take it this Crisp is Orion?
That is not my doing. I believe me when I say it took everything in me to keep him alive. The dragon did this. I do have a question, though, about his mark or whatever. Is it a curse? Is it still in him?
I would assume it's a curse.
If he were
Yes.
to be re-alived, would it remain?
The dragon mark the dragon mark, it bonds to the soul.
So he would be a danger to Celine and the thing inside of her.
Fully.
That is all I need to know, and I'm going to chop his head off.
Cool.
Clean off.
Cool.
Yep.
Lark's not going to argue with you. So,
I mean, Krix probably shouldn't be surprised. We had this discussion already, so... Yeah.
Krix will hand a soft piece of leather to Rin to clean off her axe afterwards.
I'll look at Zaz and go, I can't fix that. Not anymore. We'll just leave that between us.
I guess the decision's been made.
Yep.
He
Hated that
stays
guy
dead.
anyway.
Maybe we should burn the rest of the body just to make sure.
I could bury him.
No, I think we should destroy the rest of the body. That might be best.
That works too.
Krix, I'm glad to see you're well also. Am I froze?
Nope.
No. I have a question, old man. With this being this now, I will tell can I be the one to tell Celine, but after the thing comes out of her, please?
Yeah, I'll try to keep it under wraps.
I don't necessarily want to keep it a secret. I just don't want her to be... whatever all... She's already all over the place with all the things, and I feel like this will bring her... how did we put it earlier, Ladybug?
This might be too much stress during this fragile time.
Right.
Especially since she has already lost the one who seemed to be her companion.
This guy.
The one that with Tom. The one that
Oh, you talking about Curatio, yeah?
Yes. They seemed like they had, if not a relationship, a bond. And with him gone, this may be too distressing. But I could be wrong. I do not know. I do not know Celine's medal. I have not fought beside her.
However, I thought that I knew who she was, but this is all over the place. She is crying. She is yelling. She is not yelling. It is all over the place, and
that happens when people are pregnant.
Bearing spawn is different for my kind.
I don't like it, but I'm not trying to keep it from her in a malicious sense. I just think that perhaps not right now.
I think
Krix will just kind of hold up all four hands like, I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm out of my element too, Ladybug. I don't know.
It's also hard because you only speak telepathic. Or is Rin speaking out loud, or is this all...
I'm out loud.
Okay, perfect.
Because I'm also talking to the old man.
Okay,
but,
perfect.
Oh, and at this point, this is, as since this is not a secret conversation, I can broadcast to more than one person.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is not... Yeah, she's not trying to keep this a secret from anybody.
No,
she just...
I just love when you have people with telepathy. It's like everyone just goes silent and stares at each other. It's like, what are they saying?
Yeah, no, you guys would be included, since there's no need for this to be a secret at this point.
Valentine would ask you to stay out of his head. He cannot handle it right now.
Fair enough. You no longer hear Krix's brogue in your head.
You're just getting a lot of do from Stkx.
Elevator music.
Yep.
Yeah. Look here, Ren. I think the only ones who know that was Orion is you all, Tom, and myself. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can keep that between us.
Well, at least for now, until the thing comes out and she is back to her right mind. The parasite is sucking all of her right mindness out of her.
By all means, you talk to her.
I will. With earplugs. Probably.
Fair.
What are these earplugs?
Bits of cotton or fabric from your clothes. You don't have the... Oh, this is a joke. The joke.
She's getting good.
Pretty good.
He'll make his way over in Valenthian. You,
I would try to get up, but I got 12 hit points right now, and I'd fall right back down on my ass.
I would assume that Liana would push you to, keep you from getting up anyway.
He would not let me heal him.
No. Stay there. Are you okay?
It'll take time, but I'll get there.
He did it to himself. Don't let him fool you.
This is not battle wounds.
This is self-inflicted.
Okay. Duly noted.
Just smile and nod.
By the way, this here is Liana. My love and my fiance.
What? When?
He finally admits it out loud.
When? Yay!
Everybody but Valenthian.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Can I do the ceremony?
A pleasure.
Absolutely not.
Aw. I'll write something fun though.
So
Now I need to buy you something.
they'll shake hands and do the pleasantries of meeting someone new, because I don't think you've told him who Liana is.
I would suspect that at his age and knowledge, he would already know who and what she is.
Well, I'm not saying he doesn't assume, but he'll give you a pointed look and say, so that's interesting.
Don't be judgmental, old man.
By all means, I am the last one to judge in relationships of that kind, if it is of that kind.
I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
He's gonna come stay with us at Sanctuary, and I was wondering if there might be more suitable accommodations somewhere within or near.
Within or near?
Above table. I don't know if there's some fucking cave under Sanctuary somewhere.
The only thing that would be close would be down there with Harry.
I knew it. I was...
If that's what you're looking for.
Again, above table. Is he in a dungeon area? I don't
He's pretty
remember
much in
if
the
he
dungeons.
He's in the dungeon with the door open,
Yeah.
like he's not a prisoner.
No.
And I'm not suggesting that, but if she's your
I will look at
if she's your
Liana.
fiance, there's a bigger room that we could make available.
I'm sure she'd appreciate that more than the dungeons.
Alaric, is not Sanctuary sort of alive? Could not you request a space?
It doesn't quite work like that. It takes time. It doesn't just appear overnight.
That's sure.
And it's working on my barn first.
Yes, it is.
Priorities.
Well, after we
what?
get done with things here, we finally get back home, there's more about this that I'd like to talk to you about.
Yeah. I'm going to send in some AJ wants to say fodder. Some newer members, and so that way they can take tally. I'm going to make sure an officer of sanctuary is sitting with them, helping with the tally. If one of you want to stay, that's fine. If not, then by all means, go home, get rest.
Oh,
I
we
went to
also
the only
find...
officer in the group.
Yeah, just me. I can if you want, but I don't mind. I like counting things, but if there's wounded out there, I'd like to help them too. And we also found the weapons we were looking for. Just 3 of them.
You did?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know what he was going to do with them. Well, I would say what we probably need to do is return these to their nations.
You really think I want to give this and I'll hold up... Was it the spear?
There's a spear,
That's the humans?
Yeah, spear.
You really think I want to give these back to those stupid fucking humans when we told them it was going to get stolen and they told me to get away and not protect it?
It was the spear.
That was
Spear
an
of water.
interesting day.
Is there a
I
better?
don't want to have to hang another fucking human off a tower. I'll do it.
Is there another better? Is there a better
I'd love to see
guardian
you do it.
choice?
Anybody,
What?
literally, Ladybug. Literally anyone else.
So what are you suggesting?
For now, it's lost.
We murder all the human. Oh, right. For now, we don't know.
Can go in this bag.
Krix is actually going to get up and walk closer and check out the spear.
Okay. So this spear, I can give you the physical description of it. It's going to be a very light blue. It's going to have, like the entirety of it. It's obviously a magical weapon. So the godly weapons, they kind of give off a visible pulse of magic. If y'all remember this from the first time y'all saw the spear, I think I described that. I don't think I said pulse, but it was...
I think you might have said glow.
Glow, yeah. But yeah, there's like a visible glow of magic. The spearhead, I don't think I described it that much. The spearhead kind of going to be in that like Chris sword, if you know what that is, where it's that wave. So yeah. I think there's a spear, but it's not called a Chris spear, it's called something else. But it's like that.
Okay.
Do I see your bag of holding, Krix?
Krix doesn't have the bag of holding. Stkx does.
I thought you had one too.
Zaz does.
Oh, Zaz has the other one.
Okay.
So do we find a better guardian for it, or will you shove it in one of these bags and forget about it?
Yes.
She kind of holds out her hands. May I see it? Valentian said he was going to hold on to them. So who has the spear right now?
Well, he was unconscious for a while, so they're on the ground.
Well, I don't think Valentian has grabbed it yet. So are they still on the ground?
They'd be like right.
I would say right next to him.
Okay. So, and if there's no objections, Krix is gonna pick up the spear and kind of contemplate, maybe swing it around a little bit. Just trying to see if any ideas come to her or any inspiration for where and where it should go. She doesn't know, but she's curious.
I don't think we should give the hammer back to the goblins either.
No, I can agree on.
They have their own problems.
Yeah, they're short of queen right now.
Oh, she's out there somewhere.
They have one. She left. She was alive.
We left her in the human city, Krixnoxa.
No, that wasn't a height joke either.
No.
I mean, they don't have one.
I don't know if there's anything I should roll, AJ, or not.
So what are you trying to figure out?
See, I don't know. Something about the spear has kind of been like catching my head. Not that I'm saying I want Krix to have it, but for whatever reason, like I feel like Krix is somehow drawn to, but not that it is hers. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So you can roll. Roll me. We're gonna do a couple rolls. Roll me a. I would call a spear a dex weapon. Would you call it a dex weapon or a strength weapon? It's a strength weapon.
I guess it would kind of
Unless
be
it has finesse on it, it's a strength weapon.
Oh shit!
I'm not really worried about that. I have a plus. Well, I've got a +1 at least, but I mean, my athletics checks are a +5.
Let me look. Cool. Yeah. All right, that works. Roll me in athletics.
Okay.
And roll me in Arcana.
Ooh, that's where it gets tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20.
20.
Nice.
2 nat 20s?
No, 1 nat 20,
No, I
1
rolled
19.
a 19 on the athletics and a nat 20 on the Arcana.
Nice.
Okay.
Of all the times to roll one.
I know,
Okay.
right?
Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe those prayers we were talking about, something about that,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
the spear feels great in your hands. It feels perfectly balanced. This is not even an expertly crafted weapon. This is beyond that. And as you're inspecting it, and what you see on the shaft is, I did not. I expected it, but I didn't expect it. So I will be sending you something on what you see on the staff here.
Okay.
But what you see is an inscription, and as of right this moment, you can't make it out, but you can tell that has something. That has something to do with unlocking the power of this spear. It's in that language of the ancients that y'all have seen before. So, but yeah, it's you're
clearly she's going to have a conversation with Alaric about this. Okay. Anything else?
For right now, no.
Okay.
Just that it's a very badass weapon.
Well then, and she's not going to attune to it. Just so we're clear, it's not my intention to attune to it at this point. But if nobody objects, then she will take responsibility for it until a decision is made.
Okay. I mean, you all are the ones that rescued them, so I think that's fair.
Anybody else have a problem with that?
Nope.
Is anyone going to check out the other weapons?
Nobody's touching the sword.
Yeah, they have no interest to Stkx.
Cool. Yeah.
I think
The
the
long
only
sword?
one Zaz could have used would have been the spear.
Cool. So,
Unless the hammer's like just a standard hammer and not a warhammer.
it's a warhammer.
So where did the sword come from?
The giants. That's why
The
nobody's
giants.
touching the sword.
It has a name.
Ferocious.
It is called Ferocious, yes.
And the giants. So we're returning it to the giants.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
This
That was part of the agreement for them to become allies.
That is correct.
And why they came and helped?
Kind of. They were there for a brief moment, and then... Was it the Black Dragon that called them back home?
Hmm.
Yeah. But I don't think they came back to Sanctuary just yet. There
You're
was
talking
something
about
that happened.
Kalam, right?
Yeah. Something took Kroll, Arya, and the Elder.
No, I think that was the prep.
I thought our agreement was they were not going to help, or they would help, but not until we got them back their sword.
Yeah.
That was
And-
stolen.
Yes.
Did you tell them their sword? You didn't tell them the Sharagar had the sword, right? It's, what I remember is
I don't remember if I told them that.
what I remember is everyone come, all the giants come back home, so that way we can prep for this dragon fight. For this other dragon
it was
fight.
for my first dragon kill.
Yeah.
Teleportation.
No, because I think the last. Yeah, I think at first because we didn't know that's where it was going, but then once
Yeah.
we knew, I thought that
Because
they
we were
knew.
on the trail of it at the time.
Yeah. Anyway. There's no giants in Sanctuary.
No.
They stayed back at.
That is
whatever
not
the
true.
name
There
of it
is one that will be back at Sanctuary. I'm looking right at him.
You mean down at him?
That's
Don't
true.
look down on me.
See, on mine he's below me, but above Rin.
Yeah.
He's flat on his back. Everybody's looking down on him.
Exactly.
Yep.
So,
That's what he meant.
Above
If
Cable, had there been another bag of holding, I'd be keeping all 3 weapons on me.
excuse me. So, if we want to head home, I will make sure a room is ready for you and your guest.
Could you also maybe stock it with as many great books as you have that you don't mind having in the room?
You say great books?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I can do that.
Leanna would light up at that.
I had forgotten the name of this dragon sword. The Curious Sword.
They hoard knowledge.
Knowledge.
That's right.
Some nice gnomish romance books. Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
not knowledge. That's smut.
She'll. God,
What history and arcane lore?
yeah,
All
she'll.
the stuff Saz would read.
All the books I've been asking for.
All the books Saz has been asking for too.
Yep.
She'll perk up at that, and he'll say, "I'll see what we can do."
Perk up, as in a lot more happy about.
She'll perk up. She'll perk up at the books and like show. Give me an insight. Yeah, you can do it with advantage because it's her.
No, roll again then. I don't know what the first one was.
First was a 3.
Yeah,
A 3 and a 14.
3 and 14. Yeah, I mean she definitely paid attention on like, oh, books, okay.
That makes me happier.
So now it's going to carry Valenthian out, and
Like arm over her shoulder type.
I don't think arm over shoulder. I think more baby carry.
Yeah, like basket carry.
Bridal style.
She might have
Sketchbooks
a small frame, but she's got dragon strength.
Sketchbooks out.
If not,
I can-
if not, a stretcher can get brought in for Valenthian.
Oh, I can do Tensor's floating disc, and he can be put on a magical disc.
Cool. So So that way y'all can exit the cave.
Before we exit the cave, I'm going to have a moment and I'm going to spit on Orion and then I'm going to say, I never liked you. I've always hated your guts and nothing would make me happier other than me doing this to you yourself. However, I did make a promise. That is why you lived as long as you did.
After she does that, I suggest her in. Maybe we should burn the rest of the body just to make
It's
sure
already burnt.
the foul
Look at him.
corpse does not know, like, to ash.
If that would make you feel happy about it, then by all means, I cut off his head, so I'm not...
Well, if you don't want him to be brought back at all, then that's the best way to destroy him.
By all means, do whatever it is. Oh, I never gave you permission to speak in my head again. Stop that. Go away.
I don't have the spells to not speak in your head today. Today was combat.
I don't know what that means, but get out.
Oh yeah, you don't have tongues or something prepped. Yeah.
He did not prepare the spell I told you of today. So this is all he can do.
No, get out. Don't you have that? I thought you said permission or something. Wasn't that the case when I first met you? You said we gently nudge and we asked for permission. No, denied.
But this is important.
I'm gonna make my way out.
I'll just
I'm
look
going
at
to use
Zaz.
prestidigitation to catch the body on fire.
I was gonna use Sacred Flame, Holy Fire.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Radiant.
Can we roleplay that as Krix is following Bryn out, she spots the quiver and just snags it on her way out?
I'm totally fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
I would have at least took the time to grab some red dragon scales, because Styx needs a wardrobe. She's already got a black set. She needs a red set.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said,
You'll hear you will get the nudge. Hey, grab some of those so I can play with making arrowheads with them, please.
I will take as much time as I can, getting as much as possible.
Like
Are
I said,
we? Yeah.
the horde's going to be gone through in the next few days and
Yeah.
stuff like that. There's going to be plenty of chance for the dragon to get picked clean.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, so then maybe not to Styx directly, but to let Alaric know that she wants scales for arrows.
yeah, that won't be a problem. And
Oh, also before we leave, can I have a moment with my dad?
Daddy dearest.
yeah,
Can we have a moment in private?
I'll meet you there.
Styx is walking out.
Good looking. What you got cooking?
I don't know,
Depends
but
on
I want
which-
more
I was
Pizza.
going to say, which one of us are you talking to?
That one.
Oh, okay. Good answer.
God, that was a big nut. Shut up.
That's what she said.
I was getting there. You got me first. Mm-hmm. Sometimes
Damn.
you feel like a nut.
Okay. You all walk out. You're gonna get the teleportation spell to Sanctuary. Things are gonna start happening. Alaric will lead Valenthian and to actually probably to the. Where do you want to go, Valenthian? Are you wanting to go?
Not
At least
to
get your
Orion's
wound.
old room.
Are you wanting to go and at least get your dressings put on your wound? Okay. Figure I'd ask.
Nope.
But what he'll do is he's gonna lead y'all up into the officers section of Sanctuary, officers housing, and give you the room that Styx doesn't use.
That works, I suppose.
Because she
Does that mean that your room is
sleeps
now
outside.
vacant? Your room is vacant now, Valentine? Great, it's mine.
Okay. And
Sorry about that mess in the corner.
I don't want to know. But I do want to
Also,
know.
I don't want to know. I just
See some of your shit in that corner.
Probably.
I don't remember what's in the corner.
Nothing.
And it is 11:15.
Mhm.
So let's go on break. Because I need to be.
What are you talking about? I already did. Are we saying we're ending the day here, though?
Yes.
I gotta go
No.
check on Celine and the
If there's nothing you're wanting to do, you'll be able to end the day there. If there's other RP stuff, obviously, we'll do it when we
so I
get
can
back.
take the long rest.
I would have
My
identified
thing has
items
pizza.
overnight.
Well, you haven't received them yet, so we're gonna say tomorrow.
Okay,
is
whenever.
when
Yeah.
like you'll start receiving stuff.
Except for Crix snagging the quiver as she walked out.
Yeah, so that right there will be identified. Because
As a quiver.
essentially there's going to be like a list of items that's handed to you, and that's like going to be stuff that's unclaimed or was thought to be good for you or something, or that you were like, hey, I want this, just like we already did. So that way we ain't got to do a whole RP section for that. Valentine and Liana get up to their room. I'm going to say that, some members of Sanctuary will help you move your bed and stuff like that.
I think you're
Especially
gonna need a bigger bed.
gonna rearrange the room, put curtains up.
What?
A bigger bed is definitely going to be needed.
I mean, she's not going to be able to go on dragon form. It's not that big of a
Right.
room.
I know, but how big of a bed would I have had in a basic Sanctuary member's bedroom?
Fair. I would say one that fit you. But for tonight, it's you got
Let's
that.
say I went from a double to a queen.
Yeah. That'll be pretty simple. So you get a big bed. You get your stuff moved.
All the books, scrolls, journals.
There's not a lot of books and scrolls, if you remember. But Alaric says that he'll get some to you whenever possible, as soon as possible.
I most definitely would have passed out shortly after getting situated and comfortable.
Yeah. And he'll tell Leon, if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Lorana downstairs can, bring you food or whatever. I'll make sure that she knows. Uh-oh.
Pun intended.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Taylor's headphones.
Mate, and if you need food, just give her a holler or talk to one of Valentine's party members or me, I guess. By all means, make yourself at home. Ba-dum. So, we're back at Sanctuary. We are getting late in the day. Rin?
Can y'all hear me?
I hear you.
You're good.
Okay.
I will immediately go to the room Dax and Celine are in.
In your old room.
Hmm. I'm gonna knock as quietly as possible. I don't know why I'm knocking. I just feel like that's the thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gotta take the temperature of the room. Open.
She'll say, "Come in," and you'll come in, and
Good.
It's much the same. Dax is sitting in the chair. Celine's laying on the bed.
I
Oh,
think
hi,
she's
Rin.
working on whatever. I think she was working on a blanket or something like that.
Yeah, she was doing something babyish.
Some baby booties.
Do you do you need a break, Dax? Are you all right?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, good.
Do you need me to step out?
No, of course not. You are still. I'm glad that you are still
Pregnant?
in that condition. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not so glad, but okay.
Well, I just, I feel like I should be here. I don't know. I don't know. It's conflicting. I don't want to be here, but I also want to be here. Do you know what I mean?
So you just don't want to be here? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I said I'm conflicted. Part of me doesn't want to be here, but part of me definitely.
I mean, if you don't want to be here, Rin, you don't have to be here.
I'm in here. You see me in here. I came up here right when I got back. I'm here. I want to be here.
Miss Rin, you should probably just stop now. She's not going to get any happier.
Well, great.
You were gone for like a day, right? It's not that.
I don't know.
That long, right?
Time is not relative anymore. Do you need anything, Celine?
No. How'd it go?
We lived. So I would consider that they win, I suppose. He did not live, the dragon.
And
listen. We can talk about that a little later. I feel like you need some rest.
No. Did you see Orion?
I saw Orion.
Okay. And?
I'm gonna hold her hand. Listen, I did not want to talk to you right now about this, but I tried to keep my promise to you. He was alive. The dragon made him not alive. I wanted to bring him back to you, to keep the promise I made. Even though then part of me also wanted to keep him dead, but I made that promise to you, so I wanted to bring him back alive, but I couldn't do it. The dragon just...
Okay.
Oh no.
Make a Constitution saving throw, Rin.
Are you gonna vomit on me? Well, 19. I'm gonna hold the back of my head.
Hold the back of your head.
Yeah.
Even better, I'm glad you're holding the back of your head. Because it feels like you just got donkey kicked in the stomach.
The kid? The kid kicked me, or she did kick me?
It feels like you have been donkey kicked in the stomach.
Ah!
Okay.
What is that? Why did you do that to me?
I didn't do anything. It's just... So, I can't remember the proper term for it.
Braxton Hicks?
Braxton Hicks?
We're having a baby is what
Braxton-
it is.
Not Braxton Hicks.
We're
not
having contractions.
It's the...
Preeclampsia.
No.
Telekinetic?
It's when the dad's feeling the pregnancy pains.
Oh, sympathy,
Oh.
pregnancy.
Sympathy.
Pains.
I'm not the dad. That doesn't make any sense.
It
Oh, but
makes
you're bonded.
so much sense.
Yes.
You are bonded.
I know. Well, I did not want to tell you now, but I did. It should. He was alive, and I was going to bring him back here. The dragon. I couldn't. I tried. I swear.
I know you did.
Could you maybe not kick me in the stomach again? I'll just put my hand gently on the top of her stomach. Please don't kick me again. I tried really hard.
Okay, you put your hand on the stomach.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna plead with the kid to please calm down in there. Can we please calm down?
Okay, let's do an insight.
Not the most insightful, but 19.
19. You can feel the kid move around in the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So, you put your hand on the stomach, and
Yeah.
when you speak, you feel it squirm.
It's so creepy.
I remember doing that to Guever's butt all the time. She'd stick her, and Sarah's stomach looked like a cone head. And it'd be whenever I'd get home from work and I'd go over, I'd start talking, and then you just see the stomach pooch out. Sorry.
No, you're fine. No, it's good.
But yeah, you're gonna do that. Celine's visibly upset, obviously.
I'm gonna just I don't know. I'm just gonna be there.
She's gonna ask you to leave.
I will. Bixie, will you in here for a moment? I need to speak with Dax for one moment.
Bixie will actually ask Celine if she would like to sleep for a while.
I just need space. So, she's just gonna say, "I just need space. I want to breathe. Just leave. Everyone, leave me alone."
Yep. So I will ask Dax to join me across the hallway in the old Volinthian room.
Mm-hmm. He will.
Listen, second boy, we talked a little bit about this before, but what do you remember before being here at Sanctuary?
I remember, and he's gone, I remember being in Stkx. I remember beatings from Mother. I remember and he's gonna name off a bunch of memories. It's like what you would remember seeing Dax as he grew up, where it's the sensitive son who got bullied by the siblings and by the mother.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, I'm going to close the door. It is just me and you in here, so I need you to be honest with me, okay? Don't worry about what the answer is.
Okay.
What would you say if I told you I do not follow the goddess of our matron mother? You are okay. You are safe.
Neither do I. Well, no.
Were you afraid to tell me before when I asked?
Well, you suspected he wasn't.
I know, but then the things happened, and then he was confusing.
What was your question to him? Sorry.
If he was afraid to tell me before when I asked, but also, I think that's all I said at the moment. I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know everyone has to follow?
I know. That is the main reason I left. To begin with. If you had to put a name, do you follow anyone? Don't feel pressured, but do you follow anyone? Like the sheep has some... I don't know who it is anymore.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it.
Okay. Would you like to know who I follow, or does that matter at all? You, again, don't feel pressured. You don't have to follow the same that I do.
You're still Rin.
I'm still who?
Rin.
You're still
I know.
you.
I'm still me, yes.
It doesn't matter.
I have for a long while now followed the ways of the Raven Queen. She speaks directly to me, which is something Lolth has never done to me. I guess except for now because she's been captured, but I will deal with that guy soon. Anyway, I just wanted you to know.
Well, it's safe with me.
I know.
But why'd you ask? Does it matter?
It does not matter. I just wondered if you were the same way I remember you, or if you had changed.
I'm the same.
What is... Do you know the house name?
He would know the house name because you... Ragno.
Okay.
Ragno.
Right, so you are Dax of House Ragno, yes?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take it that that's a total win for her, and she's not gonna even like insight or anything. That's a win. It's a win in her book. Okay. Cool. Would you like to go get some food, or are you tired?
I'll step back in and check on Celine.
I will be here if she wants to see me or needs me, but I think she is right. She does need space, but I did try. It was hard, but I tried to keep that guy alive. And I'll let... Go ahead.
It's probably good. From what she's told me, it's probably good.
I hated that guy.
I can agree.
Yeah. Also, he was marked by the dragon, and Alaric mentioned that would remain if we were able to bring him back to life. So I said no. I didn't tell her that, though. But anyway, yes, if you need me, I will be here.
Okay. Are you okay?
No. But I'll work that out.
Oh, I'm here for you too.
I know. I should just like pat him on the head because he's just so damn sweet. Just pat him on the head and scoot him out the door, and she'll sit on the bed and like pray, like feeling like Clix does, praying to somebody that can't hear her, but she does it anyway because it makes her feel better in her soul, and like and she's gonna reflect on what Krix has told her about faith and like sit there and do it anyway.
Okay. a new rule for Rin, because this is the first we've done this.
Right? No, it's not.
No, not pray.
Okay.
Once a day.
Okay.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
At the start of the day or just anytime I want?
We'll say start of the day.
Okay. Let me put it in my notes.
And that's going to be if you're going to feel some sympathy, pain throughout the day.
Okay. I didn't know I was going to give birth to. Damn it. Or sympathy pains. Okay. I will do that first thing.
Unknown.
First thing in the morning. And that will be all for Rin, unless she's needed across the way.
Anyone else for today?
Yeah. So now, the spear. Did anybody actually tell Krix, who the spear is, whose weapon it is? Like, not who had it, but does Krix know it's the Goddess of Water's spear?
Yeah, the humans having the Goddess of Water's spear was common knowledge.
Okay.
So, the best way I could put it for the godly weapons is like, these nations have these godly weapons. It's like the nuclear arms race. Yeah, I've got nukes, you got nukes. What you gonna do? So, it's kind of like that.
Okay. So she's going to do something a little out of her comfort zone. She is going to go outside with the spear. Is there a well or anything like that?
Yeah, there's definitely a well or something. Okay, preferably.
Okay, maybe not a well, but like a stream or something out of the way where she's not going to be like where everybody's seeing her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's where she's going to go. So she will, just on a hunch, go. She's going to submerge the spear in water, and in her true language, she is going to call on the Goddess of Water, basically saying, I know I am not your follower. Please help me find those who are worthy to care for your weapon.
Roll a religion.
There it is.
$13.
13. You're not feeling any sort of sensation.
Mm-hmm. So at this point, Krix is going to continue. This is it for the day for her. But basically, any opportunity where we have a rest that is near water, as long as the spirit is in her possession, she's going to repeat this.
Okay.
Just like she would like her own personal rituals in the morning. This is going to become kind of a thing. But for whatever reason, I feel like the water is a key. So.
Gotcha. Are you going to, and I'm assuming not, but I'm going to double check. Are you going to try to attune to this item?
Not yet. Not unless she's told she should. So at this point, she is just viewing herself as its caretaker.
Okay. Now I'm just going to say this above table because it's going to be easier. If someone decides to try to attune to a godly weapon, the attunement is not an hour. The attunement is a longer process. So I need to know if you're going to attune to this. attunement is special for godly weapons because they are godly weapons.
If for some reason Krix gets the impression she should, or somebody tells her she should specifically, she will. But for now, it is not her plan.
Cool.
She has a god, even if he is dead. She is still a follower of Detraden. So for her right now, that she feels like attuning to that would be like pledging to the goddess of water. She's not ready for that kind of commitment just yet.
Cool.
So.
Okay. Anyone else for
Plus,
the
Krix
end of
doesn't
this
like
day?
swimming.
I would definitely heal anyone who needed it. Whatever. How many people came back with us? Did we lose any like officers or anyone that we know of important?
Did Menlos survive?
Menlos did survive.
Yeah, he was with us. Because Jonda gave me the.
That's right, because he came in the cave with us. That's right.
Yeah.
forgot
Jonda
about that.
gave me his bag of holding to fill and put his share in. I wasn't too sure if that was. I would have put his share in and handed him his bag back.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give him his bag, I don't know that you would. I don't know that you really would have. I don't know that you would have just scooped up a whole bunch of gold into the bag.
No, but I would give him his bag back. Because, like,
all right, give him his bag back, no problem.
It wasn't mine to begin with.
And as far as officers, no, you didn't lose any officers. Mainly, you lost fodder.
Okay.
Not
That's
my father.
not what she likes to hear, but I understand that part.
40% attrition, so...
Yeah, I would pretty much just go around to see if anyone actually needed healing and burn all my spell slots, but one. Healing whoever needed it.
Yeah, I mean, there's...
We lost like 30 to 35 people. So
Yeah, and there's going to be plenty of people injured and whatnot, so...
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing she'd do. She'd definitely take a shower. Well, a nice long soak outside. The only other thing she would... Yep, sorry.
Good. No, you're good.
Oh, the only other thing she would do before bed is... she's learned something that she wants to test for the first time, and Zaz gave her an idea. She's going to polymorph into a giant eagle and go for a fly for an hour.
Nice.
So I took polymorph for my level spell.
So you're going to get to enjoy the nice breeze.
Yep, it's good for an hour.
Right there.
Because I can't wild shape until into anything with flight until I'm level 8 druid. The only way I can fly is polymorph.
Gotcha. All right.
I just sent you the prayer. It's not important or pressing. I just always send them to you so you know.
Yep.
And after that, the remainder of her night is going to be using her sketchbook, coming up with a whole bunch of things for a wedding that's going to be happening soon.
We're not
Cool.
role-playing it, so there's no point.
No, I know. I'm just...
Okay.
That's fine.
I'm going to describe it, and that will be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You better have the best flowers you've ever seen.
Duh.
You will eventually get a picture of what Stkx presents to both of you for your present.
Pretty much it's going to be... There's going to be the scene presented.
Move on.
Jeremy's going to describe it because neither one of us wants to talk about us having that kiss. So
I told him I would insist if we were to role-play it that Sarah would have to agree to play Leanna.
yeah,
Because there's no way in hell I'm going to have a romantic scene with AJ.
I will.
That's awesome.
Anytime you want one, AJ, I will.
oh,
I mean,
We've already done it a few times, so...
but we haven't done like a full romantic. Well, no, we have actually, haven't we?
Sure have.
Yeah, we have.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on.
But cool. So the next day,
The next day.
Yeah, long rest.
Boom.
Yay.
yeah,
21.
21 beats. The DC of it.
I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
Okay.
You just tell me if I feel anything or not.
Okay. That works.
Oh, you feel the kicking in the. Oh God, yeah.
So yeah,
I wake up.
For shiggles, I don't know why this just popped into my head. Should I roll something to see if I can even get out of bed the next day?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
it'd
you reduce healing, so maybe.
be a con save.
Plus 8, so 22.
You can get out of bed the next day.
My rolls aren't showing up for some reason. Like at the little thing in the bottom of the screen.
So
Yeah, I'm not seeing them now, either.
Yeah, and it's question marks for me too, but whatever.
Yeah, same with Rins.
Yeah, we got to refresh the
Yeah,
page for them to
refresh.
show up.
Weird.
Rin showed up
Weird.
fine for mine.
Aiden
Like
rolled
after I
20,
scrolled down, I could see it, but it's whatever. It's still there.
Yeah.
It was a 22.
but not in.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't generally
So
have
you
that
said I
working.
can get up?
Yep.
I'm probably
yeah.
going to do very little, though.
And I remember we got the 8 hit points we got. Was that a permanent, or was that part of the Hero's Feast?
Permanent.
That was part of the
It-
Hero's Feast.
Okay.
it was part of Hero's Feast, but I made it permanent
Okay.
because
Every
that-
time
that-
every time you do a long rest, you might have to put them back in. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a permanent hit point increase because that's your Christmas present.
But the resistances go away, right?
The resistances go away.
So
It was just the HP.
You can actually go into our things and do manual and just manually add 8.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Max
can do-
HP
Max hit point.
modifier.
Yeah, max hit point modifier. It'll keep it full time. Perfect.
No, I did that earlier and it didn't.
Oh, mine did. I am gonna just like rub my face,
Don't still
and
go
if I
through
don't
after
feel
long
any, don't feel anything in my belly, that's fine. I'm going to walk over and gently knock on the door and just, are you all right? I know you don't want to see me, but
Are you knocking and poking your head in?
yes.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Do you want food brought to you, or will you be down later?
Who is
Change
that?
my accent. Change my accent altogether.
Yeah,
You
know
did.
English.
I'm trying to be somebody different since she talks to me.
What happened when you woke up?
Bad dreams, man. Bad
Yep.
dreams.
you went from Russian to English.
'Cause,
He went to
Yeah,
college at
some,
Oxford overnight.
some tea and
Sorry?
eggs would be nice.
Tea and eggs. Okay. Dex. Anything?
I don't know. I'll come and get him with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just shut the door real quiet and
Huh.
make sure to bring her back tea and eggs.
My
I didn't ask how she wanted them, but I'll figure it out. Lorana
Dex.
probably knows.
Yeah, it doesn't look like mine saved either. So I gotta go and fix mine.
Dax has been fetching breakfast for her.
That
I
too.
mean, so,
Smart boy, this guy.
yeah. All right, so for this day, I don't have much planned for you. This is still people are recuperating.
What about
Fuck, I can't talk today. I haven't even drank today, guys.
Wow.
And
Year new you or what?
I don't drink that much. I'm just not going to drink absinthe.
fire?
Hmm.
So,
When we're in the area where Lorana's little in my mind, it's like a little cafe that's just kind of hanging out there. I'm going to wait and try and keep an eye out for Krix. if she comes in. But that's what I'm gonna actively be eating breakfast, but also keeping an eye out for the ladybug.
Sorry, what was that about the ladybug?
I'm gonna be actively keeping an eye out if you come down or over here for food or something. I don't know where you are or what you're doing, but I'm just making a mental note that I'm actively looking for you. A loud mental note.
So by now you would probably know that the first thing Krix... Well, actually, you may not know. Have you ever paid attention to what Krix does in the morning?
I don't know. My mornings are taken up by the pregnant lady. And that's pretty much it. So I don't see anybody in the morning. It's breakfast, and then I just kind of wait around and wander and see what people are up to. So no.
When you do see Krix, she's coming in from outside.
With Zaz.
And they have hay stuck to them.
No, that's not the case. I don't even know if bugs sweat. But you get the impression that they've been out practicing, or I don't know. I don't know what you'd get off of them, but they'd come in with like dirty weapons and stuff like that. But
I'm gonna try and like awkwardly catch her eye, like maybe throw a piece of scrambled egg towards you, like try to catch her attention. Ladybug.
Yes, Rin.
Ah, there you are. I knew you were around. Can I have a word with you somewhere? Sorry about that, Dick.
Yes.
Let me just. Sorry.
Yes. Where would you like to speak?
Just somewhere else.
Come for a walk with me.
Right. Okay. I will tell Dax I'll be right back.
Finish your breakfast, and then we will go for a walk.
She's like, will you bring Celine some tea and eggs, boy?
Yeah, Laurent's already making it.
That is why you are the best of us, and I will be right back. And I will go. Indigestion, probably. Up early, yes. Do you sleep?
I don't need to.
I don't need to very much either, but I was pretty tired after all of the things. Do you remember my plan to not tell her until another time?
I take it you
It
panicked.
did not go well, no. I tried to put it off and tell her I would tell her later, but then it was the eyes and the crying and it was loud, and I just told her the truth. Except for the part about what happened after I found out. He could not be rid of that curse or whatever. I did not tell her that, but...
So what did she say?
I got kicked in the stomach.
She kicked you? This does not seem like...
Yes, but
clean.
no, I think it was the thing inside of her. I felt it in me. I don't know. It's so complicated. I don't even know what's going on anymore, but she did not take it. Honestly, I think it could have gone worse. She was pretty upset that she asked for space, and so I gave it to her, but I mean, it really wasn't as bad as I told you. He was a bad man. So I feel like while she is sad and grieving that part and all of that, I feel also maybe that she's a little relieved, perhaps. Maybe. She does not have to look over her shoulder for him or worry about the thing when it's out, you know? I don't know.
Krix kind of shrugs her shoulders and says, Maybe. I do not know Celine like you know Celine. Um,
I mean, I feel like
Did
she said
you-
yes, but it could have been worse, I think. Maybe.
I think it would be unwise for me to make assumptions on how Celine is handling this. So I'm assuming you just wanted somebody to talk to.
I wanted to tell you that I told her.
Okay.
That is what I'm telling you. I'm also going to tell you that about the other thing that we talked about with the old man. He does what you said is probably true. I think it is mostly my memories that he is saying.
The mind is a very tricky thing, and magic cannot always be trusted. Perhaps someday, there we will find a solution to truly restore your kin, as he should be.
He is
For now,
mostly still the
Seems-
same. Irritatingly sweet, but in an endearing kind of way. Don't tell anybody I said that.
Rin,
Yeah.
we all know this about you and the one you call Dax. You do not hide it.
I don't try to. He is the only person mostly that I am my mostly my genuine self around. Mostly.
And that is fine. It is good to have those you can be genuinely yourself around. It is good.
Yeah. I guess so. It's too much work to keep feeling feelings. I don't like it. Anyway, I just wanted you to know that it is she knows now.
Can I tell you something? Last night I had the strangest and kind of weird idea. And I put the spear in the stream and I tried to pray to the water goddess. I don't think it went well.
Can you well, is that now I'm conflicted. If you are praying to the Detridan, but then you pray to the water goddess, how does that feel?
So, I mean, it's not the same kind of prayer.
Right.
Like, when I do my daily rituals, I pledge myself again for the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I pledge my arrows. Although he is not around to bless my arrows, I still ask for the blessing. This was more like, hey, you, I've got this. What should I do with it?
Right, yes. Not the same devotion or a meaning, I get it. Then nothing
I mean,
happened.
It does not need to be my god for me to believe in its
Right.
power. So,
Right, absolutely. Can I tell you something in kind as well?
Sure.
Your words about the Detridan and when we were talking about you praying even though he is not alive and what that meant to you meant something to me, and even though she is captured and cannot, I don't know if she cannot answer or will not, or I don't know if she's alive or not right now. I still talk to her. I took your words and what you do to Hart.
I'm glad I could give you comfort, I guess, and know that nobody's giving up yet. It's until.
Oh, I won't. I won't.
Okay.
It's hard when you're used to. Did Detridan, did he ever speak to you? That was gross.
Sorry.
For me, not in words so much. And I don't even know that Zaz has ever received words in that sense. Just it's hard to describe. So a direct conversation, no. But there were times when in my rituals I would feel the power in response. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Almost like the Detridan was speaking to me, but never actual words. So
I'm going to tell you something that I only told Tom, but because he was feeling the same way and had the same type of experience, but with a Mathurian, I suppose. The Raven Queen and I have a conversation just as plain as you and I right now. And so to speak and have her hear me and to respond the way you and I are talking now, and then to not have that, it's definitely a test of faith and patience and a lot of other emotions I am not equipped to handle.
I understand that. When we first ended up here, the silence was almost crippling for me.
Yes.
The lack of and she makes her clicking sound. I mean, if not for Zaz, that would be very hard for me. But also the mental contact. Yeah. And for us, there's kind of a almost constant sort of hum in the background. So if that makes sense, that is, at least for me, was easy to tap into, but also easily shut out. But for it to be gone was a very big adjustment. It says I had Zaz, so I was able to adjust. Yeah. So hopefully you will not go forever without hearing your lady's voice again.
I don't know, but I will say again that I've said multiple times that you and I are not so different. Minus the antennas and the clicking and whatnot. There are many similarities I find.
Yes. I agree.
You are not so bad, Ladybug. And that is saying something. Anyway, what are we doing besides waiting to go find the Mathurian? Is there something else we're supposed to be doing?
I do not know.
Me
I
either.
am simply the bow.
I feel like you might be a little bit more than that. Then do you want to join me and the second boy there for some tea or something? Do you drink tea? Do you drink anything? I don't know.
You will have seen Krix drinking things.
I think it's the
awkward.
the pins
It's
are
awkward.
sticking in my, yeah.
So
So is that the yes
She will
for some tea, or?
probably for tea, no, but maybe for something to eat.
Okay, then that's fine. I've already eaten. I will have the tea. You can have the food. Yeah.
I have not had roasted rabbit in a while. Perhaps Lorana has some in the kitchen.
If she can make the things I've asked her to make, she can most certainly find you some roast rabbit, I believe.
Valenthian, are you actually like going to get out and about, or is Liana going to fetch you food?
I was actually thinking of doing it the other way around.
I don't know that she would let you fetch her food when you're all fucked
No,
up.
I would go downstairs, order with Lorana, and ask her to bring it up once she had a moment to do so.
Okay.
He would order something Lorana thinks would help him heal naturally,
Mhm.
and probably quite the deep sea smorgasbord for Leanna.
Cool. Yeah. I don't know. Ginger and sea moss and fish eventually will appear at it'll probably take 15, 20 minutes for maybe half an hour for your order to be ready.
And
If 30 minutes or less is free, though. Or if it's more than 30 minutes.
Did you guys hear me that whole time? Because I was supposed to be on mute.
I didn't hear
I
you.
heard the burp, if that's what you're talking about, and then after that, no.
Oh.
I heard the smorgasbord and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I
all
had my other
of the
microphone
food.
on mute, so I must need to mess with my settings.
And
So
you're able to go sit back down with Dax, who has dug into his eggs and bacon and all that good breakfasty
Outsider
things.
food, yes. You are indulging, I see, boy.
It's good.
You are not wrong.
And Krix, of course, if you're joining, you join. And
I'm assuming
and
Zaz is
inviting.
probably at the table too. So
Yeah.
So beloved, did you prepare the understanding spell today?
No. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I have other stuff to attend to. I have some ideas.
Okay.
So, he kind of waves hi to everybody at the table. You see him holding like a basket of like eggs that he's gonna take with him to his study. On the way to
he's
his
a hard-boiled egg guy.
No. These aren't hard boiled. These are
They're
raw.
hard boiled. And these are probably something along the size of like a turkey egg sized eggs.
Yeah, like about the size of a coconut.
Gotcha.
And they're raw.
Mhm.
And then if he runs into Val along the way at any point, or if he doesn't, he'll stop in at his room and see if he can help do anything to help him heal in the way that he wants to. Like whether that's use prestidigitation to get any scabs or, loose stuff off of his body.
No, it needs to heal as naturally as possible if anything good is to come from what I did.
Well, then he looks right at you, tosses you one of the eggs, said, well, where I come from, these will help you heal up fast. Don't cook it.
It just gives a look of, I don't know that I can stomach raw egg.
It's the eye of the tiger.
As Zaz leaves the room with the eggs, she'll kind of turn to Rin and she'll kind of nudge. He's not going to leave the study for like 3 days if he takes those with him.
Here's my question for you, Ladybug.
Hmm.
How come you are the only one that asked about the things that happened? I mean, I told the meathead, but that's just what you do. You tell the meathead. If you say he was so mad about it or wanted to know about it or whatever, how come he has not asked about it?
He hasn't really talked to me about it. So,
So those eggs, though, are for eating, or
yes, I am quite surprised he found eggs like those here. I did not think the creatures that laid them were native to this plane.
Lorana can make anything happen that you want. Basically, it's like she's got magic or something.
Or something for sure.
No. Anyway,
but yes, he will eat those. He'll crack the shell and sort of drink it like you would from one of the
Right.
pints. Sort of.
I mean, maybe it's. I've never. I can't.
Over there.
I can't say anything about it. I've never tried it, so I mean, if that's what you like, that's what you like, I suppose.
He likes them more than I do. But yeah. In fact, I have not seen such eggs since we've been here. So
I have a joke. Watch this. Hey, Lorana.
Yes.
When you bring that food up to the meathead and the other one, will you also put a couple of scones on that tray?
Sure.
Do not tell him where they came from. Just set them off to the side. It's a gift. He'll
Sure.
know.
What type of scone do you want? You want blueberry, strawberry,
I feel like
boysenberry, blackberry?
Little
Yes,
honey drizzle
all
on
of
top.
them. Any ones you want, just put them on there. Whatever you feel like doing.
It'd be funnier if there was a note on there that says "from Tom"
I thought about it. But
in
Yeah.
remembrance of Tom.
and Tom is here in town, though, isn't he?
No.
He's just not. Oh, he's gone.
Tom
into
walked
seclusion.
off into the sunset for his.
His
I wanted to
walkabout?
say villain arc, but not villain arc. For his quest of knowledge,
his pilgrimage for knowledge.
of understanding.
yes.
Oh, and that would have been the second stop for Zaz after he stopped off at their places. He would have gone and grabbed a few of the books from Karashio's library to look at.
All right, now Stkx.
Tom gave me permission.
Sure did. Stkx is going to be doing her normal routine. She's up early with the sun. Going to watch the sun rise, as always. Pretty much feed the animals, do everything she normally does. And then she's going to be trying to find a list of people who are no longer here, find out who had families that are not around here, and start writing letters.
Okay.
And the death wage.
Yeah.
A lot of Chalkberg people.
Yeah, so she'd also, she's got a list of shopping once she gets her money. And any red dragon scales she'll be dropping off to make to Belkin for another set of dragon scale armor just in red, so she can start a wardrobe.
Cool. Well, about midday. That's when you're going to receive your items. Here's the list of items. It's easier to go through the item portion first and then count the money. So,
I guess the rest of these as is identifying items.
Yeah. So let's talk about the amulet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to post what the amulet does if you haven't already looked.
I already know what it does.
I already looked it up.
And then I'm going to tell you the changes.
Ooh.
In our 10-hour one-shot, that amulet was in one of the pedestals.
Nice. There it is. But that way, I'm putting it on display in VTT. But I'm going to read it out loud also, and then I'll tell you the changes. Or at least the changes I will tell you. While wearing this amulet, you can take a magic action to name a location that you are familiar with on another plane of existence. Then make a DC 15 Intelligence Arcana check. On a successful check, you cast Plane Shift. On a failed check, you and each creature and object within 15 feet of you travel to a random destination determined by rolling a 1d100 and consulting the following table, which the table doesn't matter as much because I have my own table. So, and we'll be so that's what it does. Here's the changes. You're not familiar with any of the other planes.
Well,
so you're not going to be rolling the Arcana check. You'll be rolling. If you want to do it to cast Plane Shift, cool, and it's going to be a D100 roll, and you're going to end up where you end up. So you don't know where it's going to take you, and I have the table made, but that's for me. That's for Daddy. So yeah, if you try it, you don't know where you're going to end up, and all that good stuff. Once you start getting familiar with other planes, if you end up getting familiar with a bunch of other planes, then we'll do the Arcana check. The Arcana, the DC that's recommended on there doesn't matter, so don't worry about that. Makes sense. It's pretty much the same. It's just it's tweaked to fit the world.
Gotcha.
so for instance, though, like Zaz using it could potentially draw us to our home plane if the roll was right. Not that we need to go back. Not that we need to go back.
But that's what I'm saying.
Since he has familiarity with that plane, but all others are gonna be just eesh.
And there's going to be a D100 roll for that, and well, there's other things that you can find out later.
So, with the identify spell, basically all I learn is that it'll take me to a different plane, but I'm not familiar with any, and it'll take every creature and object within 15 feet of me to the same place.
Yep.
Okay. Well, when I find that, and after I identify it, I will bolt out of the room that I'm identifying everything in, and go find Alaric, just everybody, get everybody together, be like, I have something important. And then once everybody's gathered, like the whole party, I'll oh crap, I don't have tongues done. We'll bring Bixie and we'll have her speak for me, I guess. But basically say, I found a way to randomly access different realms, possibly even god realms. So we need to figure out how we want to use this.
Well, that means there's a chance to find whatever. Yeah. That would mean that you would have a chance to find Mathurian's realm, would you not?
Yes. We could also randomly stumble upon any other deity's realm. Some who might not necessarily be particularly welcoming of us.
It also means that we would have to go through the same hurdles as other guilds to get to the other realms, like how the big three did Sanctuary, did Purgatory, and guarded the exit, and all that.
Yes. But it is random, since it will take you either to a place you know, and if you don't know of another place on a different realm, then it's just random.
So for now, that means if Zaz uses the amulet, it will either take us to a random place, or heaven forbid it should take us home.
It also takes everybody and everything within 15 feet of the person using it.
But coming home should be a matter of using the amulet too, right? Or, I mean, coming here, back to Sanctuary.
Yes. Should be. It should work that way.
So yeah, that's great. If we can figure out more on where Mathurian is,
if we can find somebody who's been there, they might be able to just take us there with this.
I don't know anyone that's actually been in his domain. Even I haven't.
The next option is random realm hopping.
Uh-uh.
I say we think on it. Maybe spend a little time trying to find somebody who's possibly been there. Maybe comb through your journals, Alaric, and I can comb through Horatio's, since Tom gave me access.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we can find some tidbit of information that might lead us in a direction.
Yeah. Let's see what we can find out.
I guess I will be in Horatio's study a lot over the next foreseeable days.
As long as Voss doesn't kick back. Now I messed up. As long as Vass doesn't kick you out, I think he'll be okay.
All right. So, anything else? Any other suggestions? We should probably lock this thing up somewhere so it doesn't get lost.
And other than that, I don't want to touch that thing anyway. What's our next thing to do? Like, we have a few options.
Right now, we're still going through all that there, and my suggestion to everyone is to rest. you need a couple days at least to rest.
Well, yeah. And shop.
So, take that time. It's 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to call it here. This is a little after midday. We're going to say about 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Ow.
Since Alaric seems to have the most secure place, I'll hand the amulet of the plains over to him.
Okay.
So he can just put it somewhere so that nobody has access to it.
Got you.
Rin checked out the second purgatory was mentioned. She just spaced out like she was somewhere else mentally. Just you can't tell she don't have pupils, so you would just look like she's staring. She's just standing there, but she's mentally has checked out and is just a shell at this point.
Crix will set her hand on Rin's shoulder. Hey.
PDA. I'm sorry, I can't help it. All right, but
Wait, kid. Before we go, can Valentine get his food?
not yet.
I want to know so bad.
He's sleeping in the morning.
He was up.
And like I said, we're midday, so you would have gotten your breakfast.
Yep.
But what's Valenthian's reaction to his breakfast?
Fucking scones.
All right.
Now, here's the question, though: does Liana like the scones?
There's the reason I specifically mentioned seafood, so.
That doesn't mean she wouldn't try other things.
I know.
Yeah, she's not a fan.
She's exclusively a pescatarian.
She is not a fan. So,
if I didn't hate her, I'd like her.
Side RP.